our Solar Dynamics water heating system. Showers and baths can become more enjoyable. Laundry can be cleaned better with Solar Dynamics water heating system. Your water is heated naturally and you save money on your electricity bill. Call us today, 448-2310, and ask about our layaway plan. Come home to quality, only at LA Jupiter.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Dominican teachers advised not to allow insufficient salaries prevent them from serving with distinction. The small island of Barbuda gets an international airport. More than 200,000 people flee Lebanon for Syria. And this morning, the Republic Bank CPL finals will feature champions Guyana Amazon Warriors and St. Lucia Kings. Details of the morning news right after this.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. President of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Mervyn Alexander, has advised teachers to perform their duties with distinction in spite of the concern over inadequate payment. He told the Teachers Day rally at Dublin on Friday that the welfare of students must be priority.
My dear teachers, I know we're saying that we're not getting enough money and this and that, whatever, and so on. We all know that. But think about it, we are nurturing minds. And you will get your blessings for sure, because you are doing what you are supposed to do, to teach. Don't say because, oh, I don't get the money, I don't care. All I get, when I get the little penny at the end of the month, that will not be blessed either, because you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing. Because the clerk in the ministry goes to work, and the computer, at the end of the day, they shut it and they go. You go in a class and you don't teach, you waste time of how many students? You don't teach as you're supposed to teach, you waste the time of many students. So please, 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 do not let your blessings be taken away from you because you feel dissatisfied with what is happening in your profession. We're not very happy. I know none of us are very happy at the moment. But don't let your blessings be taken away from you because of that. Do what you have to do, no matter how difficult and it is. But I will also say to you, look after yourself. Do not let your stress level get too high, because stress kills. So please, think about yourself also when you're doing those things as well too.
And that's the president of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Mervyn Alexander. He spoke at the Teachers Day rally in Dublin on Friday. Meanwhile, 5 retired teachers have been awarded by the Dominica Association of Teachers during the World Teachers Day rally in Dublin on Friday. The teachers recognized were June Smith John Baptist of Salisbury, who served for 42 years, Joyce Alexis Joseph of St. John's Primary, who served for 39 years, Jacqueline Royer Samuel, who taught at the Will Strathmore Stevens Primary for 35 years, and Fanuel Hillier of the Petite Savant Primary School, who served for 38 years. One deceased teacher, Augustus Drygo of the Cassibru Secondary School, received a posthumous award for his 35 years of service. More news this morning. The police will now be able to respond more effectively to members of the public after 3 new vehicles were handed over to the officers on Friday. Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore, says the vehicles will be stationed at the Granby, Portsmouth and Vickers police stations.
So today, consistent with the promise that I made and consistent with the promise of the Prime Minister, we are here handing 3 vehicles to the Commonwealth Dominica Police Force. Now, what is the intention of that? We have a situation in Granby where the vehicle was a good vehicle, but the vehicle, there was an accident. So it's not a situation where the vehicle itself had outlived its utility. It's a situation whereby we have to make a distinction between an accident and an incident. An accident is something you could not have prevented. But when you could have prevented something, it's an incident and not an accident. So we have to try to calm down within the police force on the number of incidents that we have with vehicles. And that's going to require a more stringent protocol that the police force, when I was there, used to have. But we understand that we have to have the mobility. So these three vehicles, one will be going to Granby and Portsmouth and vehicles. And by next week, Portsmouth will be getting a second vehicle because we intend to ensure that the bigger stations have two vehicles. The same thing for the yard, CID, to ensure that CID has more than one vehicle. The traffic and the SSU task force, etc. There's a situation in Calibishi. By Monday, so the vehicle will be up and running, and the same thing can be said for Salibia. So I'm happy, and again, it's a cost to that. 4 of these vehicles, duties, not included, is costing the state $468,000. But it's money well spent.
And that's the Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore. Meantime, Acting Police Chief Davidson Valerie says mobility is critical for the police.
For us, it is significant because we know the challenges that police force is confronted with when it comes to mobility. We have been blessed with having a number of vehicles in this organization. And yes, our police force do have to cover a number of areas that are all around the island. And we need to be equipped. Mobility is critical for us. And so we thank the government, the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, or PS, National Security, for their commitment towards providing for our Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force. We know that we are in times when things are difficult, and that is not for Dominica, but internationally, things are difficult. But we have the challenges that we must confront. And so our government has given us this presentation as a way to enable us to be able to meet our challenges, to mitigate that which confronts us. I can assure you that it couldn't have come at a better time. This week we celebrate our Police Week 2024. And to receive free vehicles on an occasion like this is very fitting for the government to have considered us at this time.
And that's the Acting Police Chief, Davidson Valerie. And talking about the police and the Police Week, well, that will culminate this evening with a grand award ceremony. Some outstanding police officers will be recognized. DBS Radio will bring you the very latest on Monday morning. We will let you know who are some of the police officers receiving awards for outstanding work. And by the way, this morning, the police should be doing a run around Roseau as part of activities for Police Week. But as we said, they will culminate tonight with a grand awards ceremony. Other news this morning, Grammy Award-winning Nigerian superstar Wizkid has been added to the lineup for the 2024 World Creole Music Festival. The festival will be held on October 25th to the 27th. The nightly lineup for the 3-day event was revealed on Friday.
The festival will kick off on Friday, October 25th, with performances by Dominica's Ecstasy Band and TK International, alongside international acts T-Vice from Haiti, Nadia Batson from Trinidad and Tobago, Valiant from Jamaica, and Rotimi from Nigeria. Saturday, October 26th, we'll see headline performances from Caribbean Music Awards People's Choice, Asa Banton. Caribbean Music Awards Artist of the Year in the Booyah category, Mr. Rich, alongside Pudas. Kassav from Martinique and Guadeloupe. Damon and Stephen Marley from Jamaica. And Grammy Award winner Wizkid from Nigeria. Performers from St. Lucia, Ompa, and Servants will also take the stage. The final night, Sunday, October 27th, will feature Kai from Haiti, Dominica's Signal Band and Midnight Groovers. Caribbean Music Awards Male Soca Artist of the Year, Skinny Fabulous from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Voice from Trinidad and Tobago, and Tian Winter from Antigua. Grams Morgan and Friends Luciano and Dwayne Stevenson from Jamaica, and Fanny J from French Guiana will bring the festival to a close.
And that's the Communications and Public Relations Specialist at Discover Dominica Authority, Monel Alexis. The first ever DBS Radio Independence Creole Speech Contest is set for October 11 at the Alliance Française. The event is organized by the Language Department of DBS Radio and is part of History Week 2024.
So we are very happy to be part of the calendar of activities for this year's independence. The event on Friday next week, the 11th of October, promises to be very exciting. We will see 5 secondary schools take the stage to present their views on the topic. The Creole language is not our enemy. Embrace it, teach it, speak it. We at DBS Radio, we continue to showcase or to really emphasize the importance of preserving our Creole language. We know the Creole language is a key pillar. It's a very important part of our identity and our culture. So we understand why it's important to pass on this rich heritage to the next generation, because we have to ensure that the Creole not only survives, but it thrives. The competition aims to inspire Dominica's youth to embrace and celebrate the Creole language. The students will have the opportunity to showcase their linguistic skills, their creativity, and their understanding as well of the value of Creole in our society. So this competition is a critical step to encouraging the younger generations to take part in their culture. And at the same time, it will help them to contribute to the ongoing efforts of DBS Radio and many others in Dominica to preserve and promote the Creole language for future generations. So DBS Radio invites the public to tune in and support our youth as they contribute to keeping our language alive.
And that's the head of the language department at DBS Radio, Kewana Fontaine Wilson. What an initiative. Spearheaded by Kewana Fontaine, that will take place next week. The Dominica National Lottery has unveiled its newest enhancement to Blast Gaming, making it easier for the gaming public to win thousands of dollars. The Blast Mystery Progressive was launched at the new factory on Valley Road last night.
This is an exciting new jackpot feature on some of our games that brings anticipation and excitement to the next level. So, what exactly is Blast Mystery Progressive? It is a bonus round that can be triggered when playing any of our participating games that are identified on our terminals with a gem badge. Once triggered, you simply match 3 gems and win one of our 5 guaranteed prizes and, of course, the Blast Mystery Jackpot. The jackpot, the Blast Mystery Progressive Jackpot, will start at a whopping $100,000 and will grow the more you play. The progressive jackpot has the ability to grow as much as $350,000 and can be won as often as every 3 weeks. And of course, the more you play, the higher the jackpot. This feature is designed to bring even more suspense and rewards to your Blast experience. And we are confident that it will make every session at our video lottery terminals even more engaging. So, whether you're a seasoned player or you're new to Blast, the thrill of knowing that at any moment you can win a big jackpot is what we bring to you today.
And that's the Regional Sales and Marketing Manager at the Dominica National Lottery, Kamisha Richards. Let's go into Tobago now because there's some big news there. The small island of, in fact, Barbuda, home to fewer than 2,000 residents, has received a significant upgrade with the opening of its new international airport. The airport was officially inaugurated on Thursday. Barbuda's Tourism Minister Charles Fernandez described the event as a commitment to the future of Barbuda, emphasizing its role in fostering unity between the two islands which had their differences. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown highlighted the potential for job creation, tourism growth, and economic development. Barbuda opening its new international airport this week. Finally, this morning, the UN says more than 200,000 people have fled Lebanon into neighboring Syria as a result of Israeli airstrikes. An update from the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, says this number includes both Lebanese citizens and Syrians who were living in Lebanon. Figures from the Lebanese government put the total higher at 300,000. Yesterday, an Israeli strike hit near the main border crossing point between the two countries, effectively cutting off vehicle access. It is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's remind you a little after 7:30 this morning, an address to the nation by President of Dominica, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, an address on World Teachers' Day. That will be aired a little after 7:30. But the morning sports report comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. The Guyana Amazon Warriors are just one win away from repeating as Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League champions as they made light work out of the Barbados Royals to advance to tomorrow's final last night. The Royals batting first, they were out for a modest 148. A number of the batters got starts but failed to convert. David Miller made 36, Alec Athanase 26, and Rakim Cornwall 19. Romario Shepherd got 3 for 35, and Moeen Ali 2 for 24 for the Warriors. Warriors, chasing 149 to win, got off to a flyer and never really looked back. Shea Hope got 56, Moeen Ali 44 not out, and Gurbaz 40. As the Warriors made 149 for 2 in 14.3 overs to win by 8 wickets. Moeen Ali was named the man of the match.
I actually said to Imran, I think you should let me open. I've been opening it back home in domestic, and Imi agreed, and the coaches agreed as well. So it's something I'm used to. I feel like my experience can, like today, guide us a little bit. We got so many power players. I can also play that, but I feel like I'm at a stage now where I can knock it around a bit more, win the game for the team.
Can you tell me a bit about your approach to the batting? Obviously, Ramanula, he went hard, didn't he?
Just, I haven't been scoring that many runs, batting low down the order, but just play good shots. It's nice opening the batting up here. All the guys who scored runs here are batted in the top 4, so yeah, just bat as much as I can, and my situation, my role was to knock it around while Gurbaz and Shai played the way they did.
And that's the man of the match, Moeen Ali. Warriors captain Imran Tahir.
It's really grateful to Allah that, we obviously crossed that line. I don't think there is any difference. The difference was little. I think we bowled really well in power play today. We knew the little bit conditions. When it was humid, we thought it's going to be dewish, and obviously we were right about it. So yeah, we just wanted to bowl first and see if you obviously put in the situation to chase. You've not been chasing well also. So I think it's a good learning from last game till now, and I'm really proud of the boys, the way we came back and fought and then get over the line.
Ready for Sunday?
We always ready. It's a dream. Look, we've been playing a really good cricket. I always believe that, you know, going into the final, we are the team who deserve a victory. But obviously, we have to play a good cricket. I mean, that's been the story so far. You know, we put ourselves in the situation like this, and we're really proud.
And that's the Guyana Warriors captain, Imran Tahir. Barbados' Royals captain, Rovman Powell, said it was a poor end to the tournament.
I think we lose wickets at crucial interval. You know, and if you keep losing wickets at critical point of the game, you're always going to struggle. But to get 150, I think the guys fought.
When we reflect on the tournament, you guys were the first team to qualify, then lost 5 of the last 6. What did you miss coming onto the back end?
I think, to be honest, we struggle as individuals and we struggle as a team here in Guyana. You know, we play about 5-6 games here and we lost majority of them, you know. So it's something for us to just look on, you know, take the learnings from this year and see if next year we can write a better script.
The Warriors will meet the St. Lucia Kings in tomorrow's final. That game bowls off at 7 o'clock. In the evening. We are staying with cricket news because Dominica's Alec Athanaze has been named in the West Indies T20 and one-day teams for the upcoming series against Sri Lanka starting later this month in Sri Lanka. There is also a recall to West Indies colours for the opening batsman Evan Lewis after a decent run in the Republic Bank CPL. Senior players including Nicholas Puran, Andre Russell, Akil Hossain and Shimron Hetmyer have opted out of the tour for personal reasons. The West Indies T20 squad for the series reads Rovman Powell, the captain, Ruston Chase, the vice-captain, Fabian Allen, Alec Athanaze, Andre Fletcher, Terence Hines, Shea Hope, Alzari Joseph, Shama Joseph, Brandon King, Evan Lewis, Gudakesh Moti, Shafin Rutherford, Romario Shepherd, and Shama Springer. The T20 series will begin on the 13th of October. The West Indies are heading into the T20 series with a number 4 ranking. Meanwhile, the West Indies under-19 player Joel Andrew has earned a maiden call-up to the West Indies team as he could make his one-day debut against Sri Lanka. Joel Andrew was one of the standout players in the Under-19 World Cup and also had a decent run in the Republic Bank CPL. The West Indies one-day squad is Shea Hope, the captain, Alzari Joseph, the vice-captain, Joel Andrew, Alec Athanaze, Casey Catty, Ruston Chase, Matthew Ford, Shama Joseph, Brandon King, Evan Lewis, Gudakesh Moti, Shafin Rutherford, Jaden Seals, Romario Shepherd, and Hayden Walsh Jr. The one-day series gets underway on the 20th of October. Some football news now. Valvoline United will be looking to make up ground on the league leaders and defending champions, Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC, as the DFA Premier League continues today. We United are entering the match 6 points behind the league leaders and will be looking to narrow the gap to 3 points when they take on the Belfast Estate Mahosoka Strikers at 6:30. Meantime, at 4 o'clock, it's the former champion Sajiko Southeast looking to avoid slipping further down the points table when they take on Tranquility Beach Midland United. Southeast are going through their worst season in recent years, having lost 7 matches this year so far. On Sunday, there will be a crucial match with implication for the bottom of the points table. 10th place, Laura Dorset Bath Estate FC will battle 9th place Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers at 4 o'clock, while at 6:30, Petro Caribe Point Michel will battle Connect 767 East Central. The West Indies ladies were disappointing with bat and ball as they crashed to a defeat in their opening match of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup in Dubai on Friday. South Africa won the toss and opted to bowl first. The West Indies lost wickets regularly and could not build solid partnerships as they were restricted to 118 for 6 in their 20 overs. Stephanie Taylor made 44 not out. Shemaine Campbell had 17. Zeta James had 15 not out. Mulaba bagged 4 for 29 for South Africa, while South Africa, in reply, got the winning runs without losing a wicket. Walvat got 59 not out and Burts 57 not out as South Africa posted 119 without loss to win by 10 wickets. West Indies captain Hayley Matthews said it was a poor day, but the team has to regroup very quickly.
Yeah, look, it was obviously a very disappointing game and not the way we wanted to start the tournament, but we're obviously going to have to pick the pieces up quickly. We've got a game in 2 days' time and we're going to have to be able to bounce back really quickly, and it's a long tournament. We've still got a shot with it, but it's going to take some good performances, so I think it's just a matter of picking up the pieces and finding a way to bounce back from that.
Would it be fair to say, particularly with the batting side of things, that you couldn't find solutions to the bowling of South Africa quick enough?
Yeah, I think they bowled really well. We probably just weren't able to bat at a high enough strike rate. I think we were able to build some partnerships in between, and Steph was able to stick around for a bit as well. But probably just not able to strike at the rate we wanted to.
I think your physio probably needs a nice bath today. I think she did more Ks than most of the players. Zeta James and Stephanie Taylor, will they be right for the next match?
Yeah, hopefully. Z obviously getting the knock on her face, so hopefully that's just a bit of a cut and she'll be all right. And yeah, just got to monitor Steph. And yeah, hopefully she recovers quick enough to get back out on the park as well.
And that's the West Indies captain, Hayley Matthews. The Windies will play their next match against Scotland tomorrow. That game bowls off at 10 o'clock in the morning. Some track and field news. Dominica's long-distance runners will head to Granby tomorrow for the Dominica Amateur Athletic Association second road race of the season. The event gets underway Sunday afternoon at the Pierre Charles Boulevard.
The excitement continues for athletics in Dominica with the second leg of the DAA Road Race Series, which is scheduled for Sunday, October 6th in Granby. Registration will take place from 2 p.m. to 2:45 p.m. on the Pierre Charles Boulevard. The races begin at 3 p.m. The same distances and categories will be maintained throughout the road race series. 1K for the under 7, under 9, under 11 and under 13 categories, 2K for the under 15, 3K for the under 17, 5K for the under 20, under 35 and the masters categories. Registration is $1 per athlete. Also, the President's Challenge will continue, whereby those achieving the times set by the president of the DAA will receive an instant cash reward.
And that's Félicien Antoine, Dominica Athletic Association Assistant Secretary Treasurer. St. Vincent's Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says he regrets throwing his support behind Cricket West Indies President and fellow Vincentian Dr. Kishore Shallow and thinks that the West Indies cricket has sunk under his leadership. Gonsalves was responding to comments by Dr. Shallow made about the state of the St. Vincent economy. Dr. Shallow last week announced that he will be contesting the next general elections in St. Vincent on an opposition party ticket. Recently, Dr. Shallow said that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines is 30 years behind St. Lucia economically. Gonsalves said that Shallow should explain why the regional cricket team has sunk lower and lower since he became president of Cricket West Indies in March 2023. The Prime Minister supported Shallow's candidacy as president of Cricket West Indies, but now says he regrets urging two of his regional colleagues to do the same. Shallow has joined forces with the opposition about a decade after he rejected an offer to become a candidate for Gonsalves' ULP. Finally, Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow says the issue of increasing the term limits for directors of the board is something that he will be looking at seriously in the coming year. The current system provides for 2-year stints. There have been calls to increase the limits to 4 years in keeping with other major sports. Dr. Shallow says this is something that will be explored following discussions with various stakeholders.
The process has already started, so we would have had discussions at the board level and at the shareholders level. In the amendments to our constitution, the intention is to continue those discussions over the coming months. Decision would have to go back to the shareholders at the AGM in March next year. So what we were told is that there needs to be more discussions around that particular matter of the term of office for both president and vice president, and even the director as well, directors. So we will continue to have those discussions because we want, whenever we make such changes, that we have, the full agreement of all shareholders and so on. So we are committed to governance reform, of course. That is just one of the consideration. We do have some other matters that are being discussed by the board and that we hope will be in effect in the coming year.
And that's Cricket West Indies President, Dr. Keisha Shallow. It is 7:30 in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Coming up very soon on DBS Radio, an address to the nation by President of Dominica, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton. That address, moments from now.
My fellow Dominicans, and more particularly my fellow teachers, I hold immense gratitude and admiration to teachers whom I consider as the most important contributors to society, in light of the critical and immeasurable role they have played in my own development, in our development, and continue to play in the development of our children and youth and our nation by extension. I am therefore very pleased and honored today, the 5th day of October 2024, World Teachers' Day, to be afforded the opportunity to deliver this message and to join the teaching fraternity on this very special occasion to celebrate your unparalleled contributions and to emphasize this year's theme, valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education. My dear esteemed educators, your voice, your insight, and your experience are the cornerstone of educational progress. As we navigate an ever-changing world, your acumens, involvements, and innovative ideas are crucial in shaping a robust and inclusive education system. It is time to forge a new social contract for education, one that places teachers at the heart of educational policy and practice. The idea of a new social contract for education recognizes that education is not a one-way street, but a collaborative journey that calls for one, amplifying teachers' voices by creating platforms and processes that ensure your perspectives are heard and valued in decision-making at all levels. 2, empowering professional autonomy by trusting your expertise and providing the freedom to innovate in your classrooms. 3, investing in your growth by committing to continuous professional development that responds to your needs and aspirations. 4. Ensuring fair compensation and working conditions by recognizing the complexity and importance of your work through appropriate remuneration and supportive environments. And 5. Fostering collaboration by building strong partnerships between educators, policymakers, communities, and students to co-create educational solutions. As we reflect on the future of education, the theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education, speaks to the heart of the transformation we seek. Teachers are not only the foundation of learning, but the stewards of progress, shaping the minds and futures of generations to come. Your dedication shapes futures, ignites curiosity, and builds the foundations of society. To truly value teachers' voices means to listen deeply, to ensure that your challenges are acknowledged and addressed, and to support you as the professionals and leaders you are. It is about creating environments where your creativity can flourish, where innovation is encouraged, and where your expertise is respected at every level of the educational discourse. Your voice is not just valuable, it is essential in shaping an education system that is inclusive, resilient, and prepared for the future. World Teachers' Day is an opportune time to acknowledge our teachers and to say thanks for the significant contributions they make in our classrooms and communities. Let us all show appreciation and thank God for our teachers. In conclusion, I wish to encourage the Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, in its efforts to ensure that teachers are fully represented and to applaud the DAT on its program of activities undertaken in the month of September, leading up to the observance of the World Teachers' Day, and hope that this day will be a very fruitful and enjoyable day for all our teachers. I congratulate all teachers on the occasion of World Teachers' Day. Thank you for your passion, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to nurturing the potential in every learner and ensuring that no one is left behind. Together we can build an education system that works for all, guided by the voices of those who know it best, our teachers. With great respect and appreciation, happy World Teachers' Day. I thank you.
This is DBS Radio, and of course, you were listening to an address by Excellency, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mrs. Silvani Burton, on the observance of World Teachers' Day. Let's now bring you the insert of the package on DBS Radio, compliments of the good folks at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low toll, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at analowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
Well, this morning's insert of the package comes from the morning's major news, where the first ever DBS Radio Independence Creole Speech Competition is set for October 11th at the Alliance Française. The event is organized by the Language Department of DBS Radio and is part of History Week 2024.
So we are very happy to be part of the calendar of activities for this year's independence. The event on Friday next week, the 11th of October, promises to be very exciting. We will see 5 secondary schools take the stage to present their views on the topic. The Creole language is not our enemy. Embrace it, teach it, speak it. We at DBS Radio, we continue to showcase or to really emphasize the importance of preserving our Creole language. We know the Creole language is a key pillar. It's a very important part of our identity and our culture. So we understand why it's important to pass on this rich heritage to the next generation, because we have to ensure that the Creole not only survives, but it thrives. The competition aims to inspire Dominica's youth to embrace and celebrate the Creole language. The students should have the opportunity to showcase their linguistic skills, their creativity, and their understanding as well of the value of Creole in our society. So this competition is a critical step to encouraging the younger generations to take part in their culture. And at the same time, it will help them to contribute to the ongoing efforts of DBS Radio and many others in Dominica to preserve and promote the Creole language for future generations. So DBS Radio invites the public to tune in and support our youth as they contribute to keeping our language alive.
Head of the Language Department at DBS Radio, Kiwana Fontaine Wilson, and of course that was your insert of the package. Let's now bring you this morning's edition of the Weather Report on DBS Radio. This morning's edition of the weather is brought to you compliments of the good folks at Big Edge and Flow.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got big edge for those days when you're running low. Big edge is the place to go. Big edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plans. Cash in a flash.
And once again, with the kind compliments of the good folks at Big Edge and Flow, we say good morning to Keisha Dubik with this morning's edition of the Weather Report. Good morning to you, Keisha.
Good morning. The weather reports from the Dominican Geological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for today, Saturday, October 5th, as recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be fair at first, becoming partly cloudy to cloudy, with scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms by afternoon. Conditions at Douglas Charles Airport were fair. Surface winds west-northwesterly at 5 knots or 9 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 25 degrees Celsius, or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at the Douglas House Airport was 1.2 millimeters, and the total rainfall for the month so far is 5.1 millimeters. The sun will set today at 5:51 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 5:56 a.m. The next high tide today will be at 4:26 p.m. and the low tide will be at